Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie Colours. Thank you so much for joining me. I am here with page, I think this is 47. I think we only have 3 pages left to go. It's exciting. This one is called Dragonfly, and I feel like I've lost a page somewhere. I've been miscounting, I don't know. But anyway, it's going quickly. So this one is called Dragonfly, and I'm going to start with the background. I'm just going to do a really dark blue background so that hopefully my other colours pop. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. So I've got PB5, which is going to be my background colour. So let's just have a look and see how we go. I don't think I've ever used this PB5 before, so it should be relatively nice and juicy. And it is just a really dark blue. I'm just trying to... Those wings around the dragonfly are quite, the line work is quite thin in comparison to the rest of the page, and this marker is really juicy, so I'm trying to be careful that it doesn't bleed over those lines too much. I'm also trying to move relatively quickly so that my ink doesn't have a chance to dry too much, and then I'll get the streakiness that we really don't want. Be easier said than done though, can't it? Trying to move around the page. So yeah, it's a really juicy marker because it's literally, I don't think I've ever used it. I tend not to use the darker colours all that often. Definitely not as much as the lighter colours. So yeah, this one has clearly not had a great deal of love, so it's nice to use this colour. Yeah, it is kind of bleeding into the lines a little bit. Just have to be a little bit careful going around those smaller areas. Now, I'm assuming that these things here are leaves. That's what they kind of look like to me, like leaves flying through the air. Maybe it's meant to be kind of like an autumn day or something, I don't know, but that's what they look like to me. Oh, so I'm gonna colour them as such. I have a plan for my dragonflies, but whether or not I can pull it off is always another story. I don't get too close there. Yeah, I have a plan for the wings, but we will see. Let's get this background on first. It's always the bit that takes the longest. I think it'd be quite fun with some lighter colours as well. I just kind of really wanted to play around with my dragonfly wings. And I thought if I had a nice dark background, they might pop, but we'll see. I don't know if my plan is going to work or not. I often have great ideas that look wonderful in my head, and then when I actually put them down on paper, it doesn't quite go to plan. I don't know if any of you feel the same. Yeah. But I can't believe we are at page 40, did I say? 47. 3 pages left. It's quite exciting. I'm so glad that I managed to, touch wood so far, keep up with this colour along every week. So it has been going for nearly a year. And yeah, when I started it, I kind of hoped, I mean, that was obviously the plan, to try and do a video every week and keep up with it. And there have been a few weeks where I wasn't sure it was going to get done, but I did manage. And yeah, I've done quite a few that have been like pre-recorded, especially this last few weeks, because obviously I'm in the process of moving and moving countries. So I needed to kind of get it done before I packed it away and put it on the ship to head back to the UK. So a lot of the last few weeks have been pre-recorded and done kind of in June when I had a little bit of time before everything got packed away. But I did just want to make sure that I kind of kept up with it as much as possible. Okay, my apologies. I ended up getting interrupted there. I tried to finish the background because it was going to look all streaky. It's turned out quite streaky because part of it had dried and part of it hadn't. But I did just use that same PB5 marker throughout. And yeah, it's a bit patchy because I got interrupted. But never mind, let's carry on. So I'm going to do my Dragonfly here. I'm going to do them in some greens. I've got BG2, G5 and G9. Let's see how these ones work together. Again, the kind of colours I don't use all that often. I'm hoping it's going to stand out enough against the blue. Maybe should have gone for something slightly lighter, but let's see. I kind of wanted a more of a jewel tone to my Dragonflies, so let's see how it works. Go over with this lighter green, it might tone it all down a bit. I think that'll be okay. Do the little sections there. And go over with my lightest. Now I'm like, maybe I should have done a lighter background, but never mind, too late now. Hopefully it will turn out okay. I do really like this green combination, it's a really pretty colour. Finish this bit off. Two more legs. There's always a lot of legs on insects. I really love how RJ Hampson gets so much expression on his little creatures, even though they've only got eyes. They have a personality about them, which I really like. I think RJ Hampson's really clever at doing that on his characters. I love them in his like Mr. Fogarty books and the all the other ones he does. He's got so many cool books out. But yeah, I love the way he manages to capture some really fun expressions. Okay, that's one Dragonfly body. I'm going to do the other one in a purple combination. So I've got V270, 250 and 230. And this one's obviously a little bit smaller. So again, I don't know if I've gone for the right colours here, but they are a little bit lighter. So hopefully it will work. Okay, I'll leave it there for a sec. I've just been interrupted again. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, keep getting interruptions. Right, let's finish off this little guy. This purple is a little bit, some of his little legs and things have been a little bit covered over. We'll just do the best we can with that blue. Okay, I think that's going to be okay. It's not perfect, but Right, onto their wing. Oh, actually, I'll do the leaves first. So I've got a G140 and G170, and I'm just going to go in with the lighter one first. Kind of let it dry back. I think it's the lighter one. Yeah, it is, apparently. So I'm gonna, go in with the lightest one and kind of let it dry a little bit, because these two shades aren't too dissimilar. But I want it to dry a little bit, and then I can put the darker one over the top and hopefully create some shadows. I'm hoping, it's quite dark at the moment, but I'm hoping when I put my what am I saying? When I put the wings on the butterflies, I'm hoping on the dragon. Goodness me, I will speak today. When I put the wings on the dragonflies, I'm hoping that they will pop, because I'm using some quite light colours for the wings. So let's have a look. So I'm going to start with BG4, and I'm just going to do a whole layer across the wings. I'll start with this little one first. So it's a really pale bluey colour. I'm going to try and push that dark blue out there where I've got it on the wing. So just a nice light layer all over. Then I'm going to come in with BG68 and kind of create some darker bits following those little kind of veins on the wing. This one's a bit smaller, so it's a little bit harder to see. Okay, then I've got some yellow and some pink that I'm just going to add in places. So I've got RB160 and RB160 and Y030. And I'm just going to add a little touch of this to places. Just give it a hint of this pink colour. And then I think just a little bit of the yellow, just a touch. I don't want too much of this yellow, because it will end up looking a bit green against the blue. Just to give them a little bit of a fun colour. I don't know if that works, but it kind of does. Okay, let's start again on these ones. So I'm just going to do this wing here. These are a bit bigger, so I'm hoping I'll have a bit more room to play around with this. So again, just a quick coat of that BG4 all over. I feel like those bits need to be green, so I'm going to pull out the I'll use the lightest green, the G9, and colour these bits in green as well. Like so. And then I'm going to take my BG4 and kind of add some BG4, that's the one I just used, BG68 even, and add some darker lines, kind of following the lines of the artist here. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then let's try adding some of this pink and yellow again. So a little bit of pink around the bottom edge. Maybe a little bit of pink in this bit as well. And maybe kind of in those darker areas again. I think I'm just going to do the pink where I did that darker colour. Maybe a little bit. Then we're going to go in with the yellow and add that in a few little places. I guess the pink is like my shadow colour and the yellow is my highlight colour. Hopefully it will dry back okay. And let's just repeat the process with the other wings. Kind of wanted it to look a little bit like an iridescent wing, but I don't know that it does particularly look like an iridescent wing, but it's okay. It's not awful. Okay, so I'm going to skip out the process with that BG68 and I'm just going to go straight into the pink and the yellow. So I'll add the pink kind of around the, kind of like my shadow color, if you like. And then the yellow is kind of like my highlight. Okay, I don't think it looks too bad. I think it will be okay when it dries back. So repeat the process on the other two. And just do both of them at the same time. My background's still a bit streaky, which is annoying me a bit, but that's what happens when you get a phone call in the middle of doing a background with alcohol marker. I've smoothed it out as best I can, but I still think it looks a little bit streaky. Okay, so let's go in with this pink. Could even try adding some other colours to this as well. Maybe a little bit of green. A little bit of purple maybe would look quite good. Okay, same on this side. So it's not quite as iridescent-y as I would have wanted, but it's not too bad. It's definitely not the best. It's all about experimenting and having a little bit of fun. I feel like the base blue is probably a little bit darker. I would have liked a softer blue, but I'm struggling to find anything. Do I want to add anything else? I think I'll leave that at that for now. Okay, let's do my butterfly here. So I've got BR1 and E170, and I'm gonna just add this brown to the kind of body of the butterfly. Oh, got the wrong end. And then the wings, I think I'm going to do them in these pink and yellow combination that I've got going here, just to kind of pull it all together. So I'll add a bit of the pink. Push that blue out there. I'm not too worried about these centerpieces because I'm going to use some gel pen on those, I think. Okay, so there's my butterflies. Right, let's finish off with some fun sparkly details. So I'm going to use this is my Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pen. This one is in crystal clear, and I just thought rather than the stickles, I'll try using this kind of glitter. It's a really fine glitter. And it is wet, so you kind of have to be a little bit careful because it's, you don't want to rip the paper because I'm just using copier paper. And it's already quite wet from the alcohol marker. Can't see it much, but yeah, it's there. I don't know if you can catch any of that glitter. It's really fine. But I can see it in real life, so hopefully I just give my pen a bit of a shake up. Get a bit more coming out. Not being overly careful about where I'm putting this, it's kind of going everywhere. Yeah, I can can definitely see that. I don't know if are you catching any of that glitter at all, but hopefully you can see some of it. It's quite pretty, it's quite fine, and it does kind of give that little iridescent sparkle look to it. Add a bit more to these ones. Don't want to add too much because, like I say, it's watercolor and a water brush, and it will rip the paper if I'm not careful. But yeah, there's definitely some sparkle and shine on there, and it looks quite pretty. Okay, next up we'll use some white gel pen. So I've got my Signo Uniball in the broad size. Just add a bit to the leaves and places. Never comes out very smoothly. We'll add some to our dragonflies. And I don't want to put anything on the wings because I feel like they're going to rip if I do anything. Now I think I'll do these in white. Maybe I'll do the little antennae in white there, so it all kind of stands out. Don't know if that was a good idea or not. We're going with it, and then I think I'll actually do the centers of these butterflies in white rather than I was going to do them gold in a gold gel pen. I think I'll just do them white. Since I've got the pen out. Okay. It's not, I don't know, maybe I should have gone with a lighter colour in the background, but I do kind of think the wings pop quite nicely, and with that shimmer I think it looks quite sweet. So I'm going to leave it at that. I was thinking about adding some white dots around. I don't know, should I do a little trail of dots? Oh, we started now, so we might as well. Kind of a little some bigger ones in. Don't know. I think we'll call it quits at that. So that was page 47 of my full book colour along in R.J. Hampson's cute book Awake. This one was called Dragonfly, and yeah, it's a bit different. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I think it's okay. It's just a shame you can't see all that sparkle in real life. I don't know if any of it is catching on camera at all, but it is really pretty. And it does just kind of give a little bit of an iridescent look. So there we go. That was the page done. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.